U.S. Canadian hockey stars get into numerous fights in opening seconds of Four Nations rivalry after ANTHEM BOOS. 3 fights broke out in the first 9 seconds of a Four Nations face-off game between the U.S. and Canada Saturday. At the opening puck drop, Matthew Tkachuk of the U.S. and Canada's Brandon Hagel didn't wait to drop the gloves. Just 2 seconds later, Matthew's brother Brady went toe-to-toe with Sam Bennett, who is NHL teammates with Matthew with the reigning Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Brady Tkachuk top of the U.S. fights Canada's Sam Bennett 9 during the first period of Four Nations face-off hockey action in Montreal Saturday, February 15, 2025. Kristen Muschi slashed the Canadian press via AP. That wasn't all. After an opening rush into the Canadian zone, a scrap involving just about everyone broke out, and JT Miller and Colton Parayko got into a fight of their own. The penalty boxes filled up, but cooler heads eventually prevailed. The game was being played in Montreal, so the tensions in the crowd were already high. The Star-Spangled Banner was booed loudly despite pleas from the public address announcer to respect both nations' anthems. Brandon Hagel of Team Canada reacts after his fight with Matthew Tkachuk of Team United States. Not in photo. During the first period of a Four Nations face-off game at Bell Center February 15, 2025 in Montreal. Andrea Carden /for NFO/World Cup of Hockey via Getty Images. Even NHL exec Bill Daly called it an unfortunate situation and hoped it would end. This is the first time since 2016 that the U.S. and Canada are on the ice in a best-on-best format, since 2016 in the World Cup of Hockey, which will return in 2028 after a 12-year hiatus. Both teams won their first games of the tournament, but the United States is ahead in the standings due to its win coming in regulation. Canada needed overtime to defeat Sweden Thursday. Canada got on the board first, with Connor McDavid lighting the lamp roughly 5.5 minutes into the game. Jake Gensel tied it up a few minutes later. Connor McDavid of Team Canada celebrates after scoring during the first period of a Four Nations face-off game against the United States at Bell Center February 15, 2025 in Montreal. Andre Ringuet /for NFO/World Cup of Hockey via Getty Images. The U.S. ultimately beat Canada 3-1, wrapping up a spot in the tournament's championship game. With the win, the Americans clinch a spot in the one-game final on Thursday in Boston, and they could face Canada again.